Everybody, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. My name is D Free, and here today we're going to go ahead and talk about the Kawhi leak. Once again, these guys are amazing over on Twitter. Make sure you do follow Kawhi, Team Dokkan, or all these guys that do the amazing work data mining over on Twitter. That being said, the Boss Rush Stage 6, we have a leak for it. Apparently it comes out on the 13th, so in just a week. Otherwise, we'll propose 5 bosses: Bardock Super Saiyan 3, Hildegard, Hirudegard, Tech Vegeto Blue, Str Jose, and LR Gogeta. And then you also get 35 Dragon Stones as a reward. So, to me, off the top of my head, I would say this is a very interesting set because I think that some of these are really gimmicky, such as like Hirudegard, of course, incredibly gimmicky stage. A lot of people told me at one point that he would never get access to being on a boss rush because he wasn't Dokkan Festival exclusive, and I was like, no! So I'm happy about that. I'm not very happy about having to fight him, though, when I want to like do showcases, but nonetheless, it's probably a theme. Of course, last time we had Janemba, so they're going to keep doing that with some of these gimmicky bosses. Of course, Bardock also fits into that as well. Bardock, to me, when you get to the final stage, of course, if you don't beat him ASAP, of course, he just leaves the fight and you instantly lose. So you have to, he's a little gimmicky too. The Vegeto Blue and Rose aren't that way. And of course, Gogeta, in my opinion, is one of the easier Dokkan events that's come out in a long time. So that being said, especially because it just stays one color, right? So that being said, this is an interesting set that comes. Now, another thing that has been tossed around is that there is apparently a 6-minute mission reward. I wasn't able to find a lot of evidence about it or like information about it when digging, but hopefully information about that comes out in the future. But apparently it's either, it's speculated, right? But otherwise, it's been speculated to be 6-minute clears for like being able to complete the entirety of the boss rush, maybe, a couple of fights. I don't know, but a lot of people are speculating it's the entirety of boss rush, which good luck to that, because even if Hirudegard wasn't here, you know how insanely fast that is to clear the boss rush. You'd be clearing every event in about a minute and like 10 seconds or so, if my math was correct. So like that's insane. There's too many fights. It's not really possible unless you're like insta-win modding or something. Like there's not really a way to do that. So I'm curious about that. I'm curious, as to like what they will do. I don't know. So stay tuned for that. Be wary of that otherwise. But that being said, let's go ahead and just kind of review the bosses really quickly. Like I said, Bardock kind of gimmicky, not really a whole lot, but once you get to the final stage and fight the AGL type, he has to pretty much be defeated within 3 turns. You have 9 charges, so there's that. You're not able to use any stones. Of course, it's boss rush. You wouldn't be able to do that either way. But I don't really think, again, that he's like super crazy difficult. For me personally, of course, I know that that's kind of weird coming from me because it's like D Free, you're a whale, right? But if you guys do have difficulty, just prepare your box. You can see the forms. He goes through all these different forms. He changes clothes a couple times. But yeah, he goes through all these forms and you're good to go. So make sure you do prepare to fight Bardock. And of course, we don't know if these will come in this specific order, but they will be coming. Otherwise, this is the most gimmicky event probably in the game because it's like Janemba's event, but just about as bad, if not worse, because really there's a specialty item for this. It's the flute item. So like the flute item is from the Wrath of Dragon story event. Now, it's weird to say they're going to force you to designate one of your item slots to a specific boss event. Now, we obviously knew they needed an AGL event, but I can't help but wonder why they didn't include maybe Vegeto Blue, or Vegeta, excuse me. I assume Vegeta would be in the next one. But, yeah, this is weird to say that they're going to designate. We're going to have to designate pretty much bringing this flute to our 2-hour boss rush run unless we want to deal with the fact that this guy will literally just dodge everything. So, yeah. Really gimmicky event. It's going to be really annoying. And the more that you bring these out, the less this exhibition stage is good for my showcases because it's really annoying. But that being said, we also have Tech Vegeto Blue. He can't be stunned, but the interesting thing is he can be literally everything else. He can't be stunned, but he can be sealed. He can be debuffed. You can do everything else you want to him. And he only goes through 3 forms as well, so it's not super difficult, especially like if you have access to like a Potara team, you shouldn't have any difficulty really with this event at all. You shouldn't have much difficulty with boss rush in general, by the way. Another thing about Hirudegard is he can pretty much be everything, apparently. He dodges, but he can pretty much be sealed, everything. If you stun him, by the way, he shouldn't be able to dodge. So that's another thing to be aware of. Moving on, Str Jose, I assume, yeah, he's just like Vegeto Blue, except he can't be sealed, but that means he can be stunned, where Vegeto can't be stunned but can be sealed. So a little bit of variance there, but pretty much the same concept. Again, you shouldn't really have a whole lot of difficulty with this if you can formulate a category team just in general. So stay tuned for that. But again, prepare your team accordingly for these events. In the meantime, again, this comes out in a week, so be prepared. Like I said, this one, the final form, you can't do anything to him. But in my opinion, just because he stays monocolored the whole time, it's not really the hardest of events. So, you know, it's weird. But, you know, if you have Potara, your Vegeto leader might struggle a bit, especially if you don't have dupes, because you obviously need crits. But I don't really think otherwise you should have much difficulty if you have access to a category team in general. Of course, same thing applies to like UI Goku. You know, having 2 of those there as the leader of that category team, he would struggle a little bit as well. But otherwise, that is it for this updated boss rush stage that's coming out. Again, 35 stones as reward. It'll be interesting to see like what they wind up doing with the actual like 6-minute thing that people are talking about. I don't know. So anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you do subscribe if you are new to the channel. And let's go ahead and leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it as well. So have an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.